late last night, right there, the House passed the For the People Act, a sweeping bill aimed at changing campaign finance, voting, and ethics laws. The bill would restore voting rights to felons that have finished their sentences, reverse state voter ID laws, and create nationwide automatic voter registration. The House measure passed 220 to 210, with one Democrat joining all Republican House members in voting against it. The House also passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, largely along party lines. Two Democrats joined all Republicans in voting against the bill that aims to ban chokeholds, end racial and religious profiling, and restrict certain no-knock warrants. It would also make it easier to sue an officer if someone felt their rights were violated. The bill is named after George Floyd, the black man who died last year after a Minneapolis police officer pressed his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 10 minutes.
So, Reverend Al, how important is this George Floyd bill to get passed, to get us moving in the right direction as a country?
It's extremely important. I think people need to realize that when we romanticize the 60s, what really made the 60s become a move toward the country moving forward was the Civil Rights Act of 64 and the Voting Rights Act of 65, which kind of legislated what the American people were awakening to at that period. Well, the George Floyd bill, in my judgment, capsulized what we are facing now, the issue of policing, the issue of racial bias. I have been on the forefront of that for a while with many others, including the big march in Washington last year, saying this bill could mean in this time what those bills meant in the 60s. So to see it pass the House last night, and I've been in touch with the family, was very heartening, but it faces a real challenge now in the Senate. And we clearly are going to have to see what remains in the bill and whether or not we can get it past the Senate. But we're glad to see it happen now and in the House and move forward.
And Katty Kay, the other bill passed, H.R. 1, actually is a move towards a more open voting system, trying to nationalize some policies that would actually make it easier for Americans not only to register to vote, but to vote. We take care of, try to take care of gerrymandering, which obviously is something that has destroyed any bipartisanship, any chance of having the House of Representatives being a functioning body. And it seems to me that the United States Senate, that the Democrats there are going to have a real choice to make. They're Joe Manchin especially, Kyrsten Sinema, about whether if they're really going to sit back and allow Republican state legislators and governors across the nation to pull back on voting rights, to continue to pass legislation that predominantly hurts Black and Latino Americans and keeps them from voting, or whether they're going to allow something to pass with 51 votes and actually stop all of these efforts across the nation to basically stand in the door of a voting precinct.
Yeah, these are both two key parts of Biden's legislative promise before he came into the White House and, of course, legislative priorities for the progressive wing of the Democratic Party.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.